Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes.
It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to Take 5. My special guest today goes by the name of Cassie, but I think I saw a different name on the album cover or the single cover. So what do you like to be called?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
No.
Okay, so welcome, Cassie, to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, man. I've known you for so many years. This is the first time you've been in the studio.
The first time.
So, just don't be nervous.
I'm not.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Take us back to, your journey in music.
So, as far as I can remember, I started singing at the age of 5.
Wow.
I was always an old school. You know those little kids that has an old soul.
Oh, yep.
That was me.
Okay.
I was an Anita Baker, type of person.
So you must be a late 70s baby.
I'm the late 70s baby. Okay, that's correct.
I can tell. You say Anita Baker, you kind of date yourself a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Anita Baker was my favorite female singer back at age 5. Okay. So back then, I've been singing. I started writing my own songs when I was about 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing gospel. I was doing R&B. Like
most of us that start out in that way, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. My mom tried to. I was in the studio. I've recorded some. That didn't work out too well. No, when I got older, probably about 17.
Wow.
Or so. Yeah, I started recording R&B, and that didn't work out. So I kind of,
went to
give it a
direction.
rest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave it a rest for a minute. My mom always said that she knew that I was going to do gospel.
Okay.
So when I was doing the R&B, she was like, that's not going to work, because I know that's not what she's going to do.
Really?
Yes.
She knew. She had a vision. Wow. Where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, you're from Jamaica, okay.
Yes.
So you're doing R&B in Jamaica?
I was doing R&B. No, I started writing the songs in Jamaica.
Okay.
But I came here at an early age. I came here at the age of 14.
Okay, gotcha.
So everything else that I started doing in the studio was here. I started in New York, and when I moved to Atlanta.
Okay. So at what point did you turn to gospel?
Maybe around in my early 20s.
Okay. So you had a call-in very early.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, I did.
That's good. What brought you to that calling? Did you recall?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's my mom. I always tell my mom that she's a witch.
Oh my gosh!
In a good way.
I hope she doesn't watch this.
In a good way. In a good way. I tell her that all the time.
Okay.
But my mom sees things,
gotcha.
And she knew. Like I said, she knew that that's what I'm going to end up doing. So I don't know. Somewhere around the line, I was singing on the church choir. And, the worship team and all of that just kind of led me right back to where I was supposed to be.
So at what point did you move from New York to Atlanta? So
I migrated to the States in New York when I was 14.
Okay.
And we moved here in Atlanta when I was 16.
Okay.
So I only spent like 2 years in New York.
See, you're not a New Yorker.
No, I'm not. No.
You don't know anything about
like
New
a Georgia
York.
peach.
Okay, all right. So you started doing the gospel music. Did you do any reggae gospel, or was it American gospel?
I had no reggae gospel.
So no reggae. Who introduced you to reggae gospel?
Mr. Anonymous.
That's the culprit.
That's the culprit. Okay. That's right.
How long ago was that?
Oh, wow. Back in 2013, I believe, is when we started working together. Okay.
Was that a smooth transition? Or,
it was very smooth.
Okay. I mean, you've got the culture in you, I would think.
Yes.
So. Okay.
I was kind of, even though I'm Jamaican, and when you hear about Jamaica, you hear about reggae.
Absolutely.
I was not the one to do reggae. I was always a worship person.
Gotcha.
But he always says, my sister, you have to do your culture, And I'm like, no, I don't know how to DJ and do those things, but he sees the best in me.
Wow. I see you on stage. Is it comfortable for you being on stage, or was it always comfortable for you on stage?
when I first go on stage, and I know that I can speak for many persons who are actually, artists, ministers, whatever they are. In the beginning, when you go on stage, there's kind of a little shyness, because when you go out and you have all the lights just on you, and you look out and all these people are just waiting for you to do something, it's kind of intimidating.
I would think, yeah.
Yes, but once I'm there, one thing I always do, Rico, is I've always prayed. Every time I go on the stage, I pray and I ask God to remove self.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want to go on there. I don't want to go on stage and be self, because I don't want to be embarrassed. So I always ask God to remove self and enter in. Whatever it is that happens on stage, that's all in the spirit.
Okay. Talk about the single. There's a single that Nano talked about in his interview. What was the name of that single? The one before. Not the highest praise one. The one before this one.
Pressing On.
Pressing On. Talk about that one. What went into the making of that one?
Oh boy, that song. I wrote that song about maybe 4-5 years ago, and I don't even know how I got the song. I came home from work, and I started hearing it in my head. I started hearing the melody in my head. And I stopped to think, because my husband, he's he knows every old song there is.
That's why you guys match.
I guess so.
You're
We're old souls, right?
You're old soul, right?
Yes. And I went to him and I said, honey, have you ever heard this song before? And I sang a little part of it for him. And he says, no, not really. It kind of sounds old school though, but no, I haven't heard, because it sounds so familiar to me, as if I heard the song before. And I just got my pen and my paper, and I just knew it was from God. I knew that I had to write that song.
Wow.
When I wrote the song, I was under Steeler Music. And I went to my producer at the time and I said, hey, I have this song and I have to record it. Like, it was just burning in me. I have to record the song, because I knew what the song was going to do when people hear it,
Wow.
I recorded it, but we never released it or anything. And a couple of years went by, and I kept doing it at concerts, just to get the feel of the audience and stuff. And it was bringing in these different vibes from different people. Like, that's my song. Make sure you do that song.
Right.
I have people threatening me, if you don't do that song tonight, so yeah. Right. And so I decided that I have to make a move on that song. So that's when Anonymous and I decided to get it re-recorded and put it out there.
What has been the reception since you put it out?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I know it very well. You sing it on all the concerts.
Yeah.
So I know it very well. I just couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's Pressing On.
Pressing On. Talk about going on this rhythm.
Oh my gosh.
What was the journey like to, did they have to convince you to go on it, or did you just hear the rhythm and say, okay, I'm going to jump on it? What was that journey like?
This journey was kind of, it was meant to be.
Really?
Yes. I'll say that because before Anonymous started this project, he told me that, my sister, I'm going to be redoing this rhythm, and I want to kind of, get different, ministers on it, and I want you to be a part of it. So I have a song that's called My Everything. Right. I think you've heard that one before,
Yes, I have.
And he says that would be a good song to put on to put on that rhythm. And because I have recorded the song one way, it was kind of difficult for me to, to try to fit it on there. I was like, no, it's not going to work. So I kept playing around. Everybody else started doing their songs, putting it in. Last minute, Stephen Murphy's father passed away, and that caused a delay in moving forward with the project. That was the time that I decided to go on it. He let me hear some songs, and I was like, wow, man, I have to do this.
Gotcha. So up until then, you was apprehensive.
I was.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm not a DJ,
Right,
so in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to find a song that, because I wanted it to be different. I didn't want to do the regular, worship song. I want when people hear it, they'd be like, wow, that's Cassie. Yes. So I wanted it to be different, but he helped me. He said, Cassie, I'll help you with anything you want. I'll help you. And we sat down and.
So what was the recording process like? How long did it take you to record it?
One night.
One night? After all that?
Yes.
Wow.
One night, 1 hour.
1 hour?
About an hour. Yes. 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking to a real professional here. Real professional. So how do you feel about the whole project, though? Including your input and the other songs on the record.
I am so excited. I know I was very excited when Pressing On, got released. But there's something different about this project. I don't know if it's because it was a long time coming, or all the beautiful ministers that are on the song, that are on the track.
Right.
But it's amazing. I listen. There was a time when the CD was being made, when all the songs were being put together, and I had to make a confession to the group that I was hooked
on the rhythm.
I was hooked on the rhythm.
Okay.
And we were hearing not the finished product.
Right.
And I just couldn't wait. I'm like, come on, Nana. Come on. Y'all
Anxious.
are killing me. I'm
Anxious.
anxious. Like, anxiety is really killing me. But when it was done, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I'm so happy that I actually took the opportunity and jumped on it. Because I don't know how I would feel right now if I didn't.
You would have felt left out.
I sure would. I sure would.
How important is visuals to you in terms of videos and stuff like that to accompany your music?
I think videos are very important. One reason is because hearing a song, you can hear it your own way, but when you actually have video, like to go along with it, it actually tells the story.
Correct.
So it kind of make you think, like, oh, okay,
right,
oh, nice.
Because sometimes your interpretation of a song or a lyric may not be what you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
exactly. Okay.
And how about merchandising? You're always on point.
Oh, thank you.
So we see Nano with his merchandising. So I know he's a mentor and all that.
Yes,
are you thinking about that as well?
I am actually.
Okay.
I had a dream the other night that I had my own clothing line.
Really?
Yes, I told my husband.
Any name popped into your head for the?
Actually, there was a name, but I can't remember it. No, I can't. I can't remember it.
Wow.
But it's something that I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What's next for you?
I really can't say at this point. Whatever the Lord puts out there, whatever path He sets for me, I'm ready.
Okay. Now I know your daughter. She sings as well, right?
She does. Both of them.
Both of them. I think I've only met one.
You've only met one, yeah.
Okay. So can we see a compilation or a collab down the road somewhere?
That would be nice.
Does your husband sing as well?
My husband can hold the note, but he'll preach.
He'll preach. Okay, so we'll have him do the preaching in front of the intro for the song. Then how about that?
Yes.
So did you encourage your kids to sing?
Yes, yeah. But my aspirations with theirs are different.
Really?
So, yeah, okay. Especially my middle child. She's a baller. She plays basketball. That's her life.
Ah, okay.
She has the most beautiful voice, but she only sings if she has to. She's not. Yeah, but I mean the collab may be something.
Collab, yeah, a one-time thing,
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, I'll look into it.
So do you play ball as well?
Oh no.
Oh, I think you're too. Okay. You're one of those model types, that you hardly want to scratch a nail.
Yes, that's me.
There you go. See,
yes.
I pegged it well. I didn't want to say bougie. Bougie kind of. I didn't want to say that.
Say it, Rico.
I didn't want to say that. So if you were to put out an album or EP today, do you think you'd have a name for it? Like right off the bat? Do you have a name, a title?
That's the thing that I'm actually working on to find a name for my project. I just don't want to choose any name. I want the name to come to me. I want it to be given to me.
Okay.
So at this particular point, I don't have a name for it. I'm still waiting to get that.
Okay. All right.
That name.
Atlanta Bliss is coming up.
Yes.
And you've been on just about all of them, right?
Only
Just
two.
only two?
No, only two I haven't been
You
on.
haven't been on. Okay.
Yes.
What can the fans, and you've got fans.
Yes,
So
I know.
what can the fans expect for 2023 Atlanta Bliss from Cassie?
From Cassie.
Yes.
Well, as you know, there's a brand new me out there with this
Yes.
highest praise that no
Yes.
one has ever heard me
Absolutely.
minister
Well,
before.
I'm sure they'll hear it by then. Of
Oh yeah.
course.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They will. They will. Also, I'm trying to. Right now, I have about 4 or 5 other songs that are not out there. I'm thinking of just
Incorporating those.
Yes.
Okay.
And just bringing some new flavor in the place.
What do you have any advice for young ladies, especially who wants to get into music, but especially gospel music? What advice would you have for them?
If you wake up in the morning and you hear gospel, let it be gospel. No, seriously.
That's easier said than done, especially with so many secular music out there.
That's true.
Yeah.
The gospel world is a really difficult
Yeah.
world to get into. My thing is just whatever it is that your heart tells you to do, whatever makes you happy, do it.
Okay.
You don't have to have a whole crowd of people that's with you. If you have one, and this is what I always tell myself, like when I go on stage, I'm like, Lord, if I can only touch one soul.
Gotcha.
Everybody is not going to love my songs. Everybody's
Right.
not going to like me.
Right.
But if I can just touch one, that's good enough for me. So if you can touch one person with your singing, with your voice, with the message that you're putting into your song, then that's all that matters.
Okay. How can the folks get in contact with you? How can they follow you on your social media? Give them all that information.
All right. You guys can find me on Facebook. I'm under Cassandra Keis. That's my last name is Keise. So it's CASSANDRA KEISE. I'm also on Instagram at Keis Cassandra. And you can also find me on YouTube, Cassandra Keis.
Anything else you want the people to know about yourself?
I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of my fans, everyone who, supports me, supports my music, who supports the whole entire movement from day one. Thank you. God bless you. And I love you guys.
There's nothing else for me to say. I want to thank you for joining us today on another edition of Take 5, my special guest, Cassie. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
Join us this and every Sunday for Memory Lane Sundays at Premier Restaurant and Lounge, featuring music by some of Atlanta's top DJs, playing the best oldies but goodies. Complimentary chicken with rice and peas with drink purchase. Doors open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. sharp. Free parking, free admission, and free food. Dining, drinking, dancing, and hookahs each and every Sunday at Memory Lane Sundays. Inside Premier Restaurant and Lounge, 6924 Main Street in Lithonia.